I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will understand the concept of writing vector equation of a line segment. So we can do it in R2 or in R3, but I'll take up this example as a very general example in R3, so 3 dimensions. So let us say that we have XYZ plane here, and we'll consider a line in this plane. So let us say that the line is kind of like this. Now, on this line, let us consider 2 points. Let's say point A is here, and then we have a point B here. Let us say we are given these 2 points, and we need to find vector equation of the line segment AB, that is this segment. So that is the exercise in which we are interested. Now, what we can do is, this A, we know the position vector A, so from the origin, let us say we have a vector R0, whose head is at the origin O and the tail is on the line. So tip of this vector is on the line. Similarly, point B has the position vector OB, right? So this position vector OB, let me represent this by R1. So R1 and R are the position vectors. So we have points A and B, and then we have position vectors R0 and R1. Now with these position vectors, we can actually find the direction of this line. Let's say the line is L1, right? So what is the direction of this line? What is this direction? To find the direction, we can always find the direction. Let's say direction vector D will be equals to R1 minus R0, right? So that gives you the direction from A to B, right? So that's the direction. Now if I know the position vector A, then the equation of the line L1 can be written as R equals to R0 plus any parameter T times the direction, which is R1 minus R0, right? R1 minus R0. So that is how you get the equation of the line. So this represents the line. If T belongs to real numbers, then every point on this line can be associated with this equation, right? If T is positive, it is on the right side of A. If T is negative, these points will be on the left side of A. But that becomes the equation of the whole line. The question is, what is the equation of line segment AB? So we are interested in line segment AB, right? So this segment we are interested in. What is the equation of this line segment? So what we'll observe here is, we can of course rearrange this. Let's do that also. But before that, what we will do is that we'll see what really the line segment AB is. If I take value of T as 1, where do I land? If I take T as 1, then if T, let us say if T equals to 0, then what do we get? If T is 0, we get R as equal to R0, right? So that is A, right? So that is the position which we get OA. Do you see that? If T equals to 1, then R will be equals to R0 plus T is 1. So we get R1 minus R0, right? And that gives you R0 minus R0 is 0. So we get the vector R1, this vector, which represents the position vector OB. So what you notice here is that if t equals to 0, then it is point A. When t is 1, it is point B. And therefore, we can say that this equation, which is a general line equation, r equals to r0 plus t times r1 minus r0, where t belongs to real numbers, can represent the line segment provided we give a condition that t is less than equals to 0, greater than equal to 0, and less than equal to 1, right? So in that case, the line segment AB is defined. Do you get the idea? So basically, the line segment is the portion of the line where the parameter t is within 0 and 1, right? So that is what it is. Sometimes we do rearrange this equation. Let me do that, but this is also the right equation for the line segment. Let me rearrange and write it. So we can write this also as r equals to r0. We open the bracket, so we get plus t r1 minus t r0, right? These are vectors. And then we can take r0, r0 common. So we can write this as r0 minus tr0. Let me rearrange and then I'll write down plus tr1. If I take r0 common, I get 1 minus t plus tr1, right? So this is another way of writing the same equation. So what I have here is two equations, but in both cases, the condition here is that t belongs to real numbers and it is in the interval 0 to 1, right? So that gives you the line segment AB. Do you see that? So that is how we get the equation. So let me write down the equation as either of these two forms, that is r equals to r0, r1 minus r0 times t, okay, plus times t, or we could write this as r equals to r0 times 1 minus t plus t r1, correct? And the condition is that t belongs to real numbers and it is between the interval 0 to 1, correct? So that is how you can actually define any line segment on a line. It is a very important video and a concept to understand, since many times we are just working with a portion of the line which we refer to as a line segment. I'm Anil Kumar and I hope you appreciate the concept. You can always share, subscribe, write comments, and feel free to ask questions. Thank you and all the best.